Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Good morning, hello, salutations, greetings. What up, though? How y'all doing? This is the Headliners. I'm Mikey Famine, joined by...
Hi, I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim. Well, we did it. We did the thing we always set out to do, which was an intro. So, good night, everyone.
Show over.
No, we can't leave that quick. Sweet,
Mikey,
though.
we were talking about this just before the show came on, before we started the show, but world's most boring sports.
I mean, golf is actually not as boring as people make it out to be, because it's like aiming a golf ball, I think, is actually impossible. But they just keep doing it.
I have tried golf several times. I own golf clubs.
Of course.
I hear that you can be good at golf.
Some people are
However,
incredibly good.
I've not experienced that. Hitting the ball straight is hard.
It's not possible.
It's very difficult.
The ball is round. Hey, Bella.
And the clubs are weirdly shaped.
I feel like the club head should be twisted a little bit because I have a twist in my wrist when I go. It's like, well, if the club was angled for my swing, then we wouldn't have this problem. But apparently you have to keep it straight the whole time, or at least when it hits the ball.
Yeah, there's a weird way that you have to grip the club, and then you got to swing it. Yeah.
I did okay at the range.
I'm not so good at driving, but I am fairly good at the mid-range, and I'm okay at putting. I can hit the ball in the hole.
Fuck putting. I'm going for the drive competition because that is my personality type. That's how I get down. I want to hurt that ball's feelings. I'd like for the ball to explode. Like, I would like to hit it and the ball just go, whoa, boom. Actually, I would like it to sound like this. Just gone. Damn.
Air horns for people in the chats.
Well, I'll give him some air horns. Attack.
Let's see who we got in the chat. There's Bella Kofefe. I think that's what's going on there.
Yes.
Muttley and Ellie and
Muttley
Diz
Von Sausages.
and probably more people who are just lurking.
Don't be lurking. Say good morning. Or after. It's 5:00 over there. So
good afternoon.
Top of the afternoon to you. And all that rot. What is my daughter doing?
I hope everyone's enjoying a nice afternoon tea.
Supper. So did you get storms last night?
No.
Huh.
We were threatened with the idea of storms, but they never happened.
Huh.
It was one of those 50-50 things.
Well, good news. It's on its way.
Round after round of heavy rain rolled through the area tonight. It certainly got dark out there as well. Take a look at this time-lapse video. Look at the skies just turn almost black here. Storms even postponed tonight's Cubs game. The city dealing with
that we'll survive.
That's fine. Baseball's boring.
Fuck the Cubs. As a St. Louisan, I'll never root for the Cubs. White Sox or Cardinals or whoever's playing against the Cubs. That's who I root for.
Go Montreal Expos.
This guy.
so much rain.
You're living in the past, Grandpa.
Officials have declared an overflow action alert.
I want to see the Oilers play. Wait, didn't the Texans have an Oilers too?
So in football,
yeah,
it was the Houston Oilers. Yeah,
Houston. Yeah.
Then they became the Texans,
which is whack. I mean, the Oilers are also whack, but they could have came up with better like Texans. Like, sure.
And it's pretty much the same situation in the suburbs tonight. NBC5's JC Navarrete live in Cicero, where, JC, you guys got drenched out there tonight.
Yeah, we put a lot of miles on this bad boy right here, and we're coming.
He looks dry as a bone. He wasn't outside.
I thought it was like tapping a person. I was like, don't talk about people like that. We put a lot of mileage on this old beast. Like, Margaret is a fantastic driver, and do not speak to her like that.
To you live from inside the van, as we just heard from Brett. No safe place outside, so we did pull off the road here just to give you this live report, because lightning is still pounding outside. As a matter of fact, as you were tossing to me, we could still hear the thunder and feel the thunder here from inside the van. We're seeing it come in waves. Now, here in Cicero, this area was battered.
Cicero is southwest of the city. It's a largely Latino area, and that's where Midway Airport is.
Over the weekend, many neighbors there telling us that they spent Sunday bailing out water from basements. They may be at it again once all of this is over. Ominous storm clouds seen building over the Chicago area. Pingree Grove getting a glimpse of a tornado warning as the storm head towards Elgin. This time lapse giving us a look at what was quickly building, from high winds and lightning strikes to flooded roads in Lockport. Take a drive down I-88 and good luck seeing more than just...
Fuck that. I hate this. This is my least favorite thing on the highway, because everybody is still going 70.
Yeah.
So I'll slow down to 55 or something like that, because I want to be safe. I'll get over to the right. And like right up I'm like, you have 2 or 3 in some cases, other lanes to get into. Get the hell away from me and go wreck your car in front of me so I can go around it. Jesus, I like my car.
Just a few feet ahead.
And I like the shape it's currently in.
Ahead of you. Just days after heavy rain left much of Cicero underwater, Cook County issuing an overflow action alert in hopes of preventing what was seen here. Closer to downtown, the downpour forcing the Cubs and Brewers game to be postponed. And what
it's always Milwaukee. We should not let Milwaukee teams, any Wisconsin teams, into this goddamn state. All they do is beat us and then go on into the season and lose right before us. Like, they're just so annoying.
Was game 2 for
spoilers is what they are.
The I-94 rivalry. That game will now be played Tuesday. It will become a doubleheader with first pitch at 1:20.
No surprise to me.
Yeah, we were prepared.
These fans' misfortune became a payday for this man.
My brother. Hey, some people see lemons, others see lemonade, 99 cents a glass.
See major dollar signs, big dollar signs.
At this point, he'd already sold more than 50 ponchos. And while some fans are bummed to miss the game Monday night, at least one man is rolling with the punches.
Have fun. Have a couple of beers. Show up tomorrow. New day. I'm retired. It's all good.
He's retired. It's all good.
Well, isn't that good for you?
Yeah, I just saw another lightning flash right outside our window. Right here. Got to give a quick shout out to Brant and Joy Miller for being here.
No, we're not going to do that. So yesterday, as the ecological nerd that I am, I do like when I take the dog, OUT, he's nearby, so I can't say the word.
Yeah, you can't mention that word around dogs.
No, they'll be like, you promised. You promised. You fucking promised. I don't want to hear no excuses.
My dogs are very particular to the word WALK.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hear that word and they're like
BALL, BONE, TREAT.
TREAT is an important one.
Abbreviated, but PB. Can't talk about that because he knows what that is. I'm like, what's going on that sandwich? Don't you want to drop that piece of bread right now? Please drop the bread.
My dogs are particular to a very weird one, but Taco Bell. So we give them sometimes the lettuce that's in the tacos. They love the shit out of it. And like if they hear or see or smell Taco Bell, they'll be like, oh my God,
where's my lettuce? My hydroponic kit in the kitchen is 80% consumed by the dog.
Oh shit.
He loves lettuce. Loves it. When he was a puppy, he would bring leaves in the house in his mouth. not
Yes.
of lettuce, but just like regular leaf or wood chips. He would eat wood chips. He would eat leaves. He would do all kinds of random shit on the ground. So lettuce is a nice, healthy snack.
Is this a real super chat? It didn't come up as a super chat. But Muttley says, I know what you guys are spelling. No tricking me.
Got him. But as the ecological nerd that I am, I like to keep track of the little critters that live by me. So I see like the different dragonflies and the different butterflies, the bird species, the squirrels, the bunnies, the foxes, and the plants. And what I have noticed is I am growing potatoes. Well, I was growing potatoes until the fucking squirrels and birds stole 80% of them.
Mikey, I've been informed that this is a real super chat. It just didn't come up as one. So
Okay.
£2 from Muttley.
Oh. Yeah, it didn't do the thing for us.
Weird.
That's weird. Sorry, Muttley. Didn't mean to slight you there. But all of my ivy, my catnip, and my potatoes, and my the beans got eaten. I was growing red lentils and they all got consumed. Are all yellow. Now, if you're not a botanist yourself, my very first job was in a plant nursery. So me and plants go way back. If your plants are starting to yellow on you, it's because they're overwatered. You should probably let the soil dry out and then resume your regular watering thing, probably with a little bit less. Every tree, every bush in my neighborhood is starting to yellow.
Oh no!
All the plants are becoming waterlogged. There's a pine tree that is probably 30% like dead needles right now because I think the tree is dying because it's just getting washed out. It was probably around 93. Let me convert it for the fucking euros. Temperature, Celsius. It was around 34 degrees yesterday. And then, let me keep it back up. And then 93 Fahrenheit, 34 Celsius.
That's hot.
Yeah, it was hot and it was very muggy. But then the temperature dropped down to, not 9,300. Jesus Christ.
500 degrees above Kelvin.
And then it dropped down to 78 degrees, which is 25 degrees.
You know what, Mikey? The exact same thing happened to us. So on Sunday, it was like 95 degrees and the muggiest shit ever. It thunderstormed real hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, it was like 70 degrees.
So let's get into the meteorological school here. So you got all this air and it's humid and it's hot. So that air is full of water that is in particulate form and it is vapor and it's mist. It's all over. Makes you feel very, it doesn't help you when you're sweaty because you just stay sweaty.
Yeah. Oh boy. And we had to cut the grass on Sunday. It was not fun.
And then the grass sticks to you.
Yeah.
Delicious. Delicious grass. The grass shower is always the best. So there's all this water in the air. And the only thing that's keeping it there is the kinetic energy of all of the heat. The heat is keeping it up. So when a cold air front hits your giant mass of sweaty, hot, nasty air, it condenses from the coldness and falls. But when you have giant masses of heat and humid air, and then all of this frosty 60 or not 60, like 70 to 80 degree air smashing into it, it's going to pull all that water out of the sky. So that is what we were dealing with. Also, cloud formation is aided by smoke.
I used to be super when I was a kid, I wanted to be a meteorologist, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a weather guy on TV talking about clouds and shit. I know all the cloud formations. I think I still remember them.
What's your favorite cloud? Start at the top. Let's see how many you can get. There's 6.
All right. So there's Stratus, Cirrus,
My favorite is the Cirrus, by the way.
Cirrus is pretty cool. And I think I remember what each of them represented. Stratus clouds were weather was changing within the next day. Cirrus clouds were high pressures coming in. There's cumulus clouds, which are the big puffy ones.
The cotton balls.
Cotton balls. And then there's cumulonimbus, which is the thunderheads.
Correct.
There was a couple of weird ones too. I don't remember all of them, but those are like the main four.
Let me pull up this chart. Let's see. You got. So you're missing one major one, and then it's got like a backup.
What is the one that I'm missing?
It's one. It's a C word.
It's not cumulus.
Did you say that already?
Yeah, I said cumulus. Cumulus and cumulonimbus.
Okay.
And
so
Cirrus and stratus. I feel like there's like a hybrid stratus cloud too.
There's a couple of those.
Yeah.
All right.
But
so I think you got the main gist here. So you got Cirrus up top, cirrostratus, cirrocumulus, cumulonimbus, nimbostratus,
yes. Those are the rain clouds.
Yeah. Altocumulus, stratocumulus, cumulus, and stratus. Cirruses are always my favorite because they're typically the highest. They're the ones that are highest, the highest ones up. I was gonna make a video about this, but maybe I will. Maybe you know what? Maybe I will. These clouds are the number one. The Cirrus clouds are the number one way of defeating flat earthers, and no one ever thinks of it. And I'm just like, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Because when the sun starts to set and you have some Cirrus clouds still, like, I don't know, they're really high up there. They're like, what is it?
Well, yeah, they're so high up.
23,000 feet. So these are 4 or 5 miles up.
Yeah, they're so high up, they're crystallized. That's why they look so wispy.
And the best part is they're still receiving sunlight when your punk ass on the ground is not, because you're in the Earth's shadow and it's not yet. The shadow will come to it, but it is currently not in the shadow. And if you watch one of those Cirrus clouds long enough, you'll see it go into the Earth's shadow. There you go.
I mean, next time we see Dutch, we'll have to tell him.
Because he is a flat earther.
But what happened to both of us, Mikey, is that a front came through. So it's a boundary between low pressure and high pressure system. And it was a cold front because it was bringing the jet stream down from Canada. That's also what's going to keep the hurricane away from the East Coast.
Oh, another thing from Canada was the wildfire. Like the wildfire is actually contributing to these storms because any of that smoke particulate can get absorbed by the water that's already in the atmosphere, which makes it more susceptible to rain.
Yes.
It will make the rain more-ish. Yes, full frontal weather, baby. Full frontal weather. Remember when that was a term? There is full frontal nudity. That means penis. The penis is coming.
All right, Mikey, I got a vid for you.
For me?
For everyone.
Oh, okay.
It's full frontal.
Oh boy. I got to get up our playlist. Chat, I have a question. While you get that ready. Chat, I have a question. If I made a compilation of all the links from the show, would you care? Because if you guys don't care, then I'm not gonna do it. Like I was thinking about doing it, but I'm like, would anybody even read it? So let me know real quick. And this is the random sample size I'm gathering. If you would like a newsletter once a month, once a week, let me know. What do you want? Because I'll do it, but I'm not gonna do it if no one's gonna read it. So if I can get like 15 people to say, yeah, I'll do it, or I want it, then I'll do it.
Well, you got at least 2. Cortez and Ali say yes. And so does Diz.
Okay.
I think the consensus is going to be yes. Chris C says yes.
Because like I make a point to leave the YouTube thing up there. So if anybody does need to like, oh, where the hell did it get that? Well, you can always, search the title of the video and then get it. But I can get all of that on one concise page. And then I'm not going to do like we talked about da 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 da. I mean, this is just like literally like a sources page, like she's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is always good to show our sources, because a lot of grifters and fucking fake pundits don't. And I would rather aggregate actual sources than pretend that we aggregate and don't have sources to back it up. Also, apparently, a more active social media presence would be good as well.
We need a social media person, because I do this. This is social.
If anyone wants to do the bin socials, let us know.
I mean, they're not. I mean, who said that? Bella? Bella's not wrong. But then but me and Tim will look at each other like,
I can't keep up on my own shit.
Right.
So.
I'm actively avoiding all of my high school friends because they upset me so.
Greg says sources and show notes would be great.
What you got? Hey, girl.
Speaking of sources.
Did you see us come bother you that time?
We
tried
did.
to make it a point. We were like, hey, everybody, let's go get her. Get her. Say hi. Be nice to her. Kiss her feet. That was Tim.
I didn't do that.
Is it going?
I got some up to the minute information on the Trump Epstein situation.
President
Trump has leaned into this war and related diplomacy for the last several days. And yet Congress is now keeping Jeffrey Epstein and that scandal in the headlines, even though, of course, it hurts their fellow Republican president. But a key figure who...
Oh, we got another super chat from Allie. Timestamp them and list, and that's not a problem, Mikey.
I usually start at the beginning.
Yeah.
What the?
Ha ha!
What the? Oh, and One Hungry Pagan, we got to get in touch. And this goes for any of you. If you guys are streamers, just book with us, and we'll let you on, and you can come ride the rails with us.
Yeah, you can ride the roller coaster that is American politics.
In our wicked show.
Was in charge of the Bureau of Prisons of the Justice Department during Epstein's controversial death and the ensuing scandal over missing videos and all the rest, actually went under oath today, former Attorney General Barr, facing questions from a Republican-led committee. Now, he was subpoenaed along with some other witnesses. What's striking is that even though he has obvious vulnerabilities, indeed, at times he's admitted that mistakes were obviously made at that prison, he has rushed to the front of the list of people testifying. Now, he was the Attorney General, quote, during a time when Epstein was under investigation, the committee notes, and they had said they thought he might have knowledge or information relevant to the probe. And yet here's where things skip a beat, because Republicans want to appear to be investigating this. And yet in some key ways, they also are now being pulled into a lot of happy talk about how maybe everything's just fine. Because the Republican chair, James Comer, says Barr basically defended Donald Trump.
Hey, pause it.
Things that are consistent with the story.
Yo, why is his fucking name Comer, dude? I think people are just being weird about Comey. And it fucks me up. Like every time I'm like, why are they saying Comey weird? Oh, different person.
Yeah,
is that just me?
Totally different guy.
Yeah, Jim Comey. I'm like, what the fuck? It just sounds slurred because I'm expecting Comey to come out of his mouth every time. What was Comey's position? Didn't Comey have like a similar kind of like legal position somewhere?
Comey?
Yeah.
He was FBI director.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tricky.
He'd come, maybe he wouldn't even come.
Is that what you're talking about?
They've been telling in public. But you got to go back all the way to 2019 when Barr was in charge, and he said he would look into whatever happened in that now suspicious prison cell death. Now, he admitted, as I mentioned, a perfect storm of screw-ups, and then said he would personally review security footage. And having done that, He said on his authority, his credibility, nobody entered Epstein's cell the night he died. Problem is, Barr said that years ago, and then finally later, selective video was released, but not the most important video, which Barr's DOJ still claims was lost. The video that finally came out in the second term has faced a lot of questions about not only missing.
Oh, so I don't know if there's a shot of this view without all the fucking words on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what this actually shows? I watched the Voidzilla thing on this.
It doesn't really show anything, right?
That door is not his fucking room.
Right. This is not
his
door.
Yeah, like if you guys imagine that, like where it says NE in news, like that green door, there's a wall right behind it, and then it drops straight down. There's not another room back there. Like it's like an edge. Like that room is like the edge of a building. You got to think of it like that. And then this other crooked one kind of skews your perspective. So like there's a wall that goes all the way to the bottom floor. This is the second floor. But right behind this like pillar that is that middle door right in front of you, the pillar there, right behind it is another stair set like you see on the left. And it goes right into Epstein's wing or whatever it's called, cell block, his block. And his room is the first door on the right. So this video shows, and they kept showing this video and they edited and did all this shit to this video. The only thing that's in this video is a laundry bag going right by that pillar by the green door. And they edited it in Premiere Pro. Like, not only did they show like, oh, look at this video, nobody comes in or out. And I was like, oh yeah, look, no, I don't see anybody sliding back. Like everybody made the memes with like Hillary Clinton like puppeting across like a marionette or whatever. Like I was like, oh, okay, that must have been his door. No, let me disabuse all of you of the same illusion you might have had. His cell is down the stairs, across the courtyard there, and then up another set of stairs that looks like the one on the left, and then on the right. This shows literally nothing.
Right.
Literally nothing.
Once again, Mikey, unforced errors.
Weird.
Material, but inconsistencies that would suggest, CBS among others, that Barr was overstating his conclusions, which is they didn't have enough evidence to rule out whether anyone might have gotten into that cell. I want to be clear. That doesn't mean somebody did go in. It just means that Barr overstated the case. And that raises more questions like, why is a sitting member of the government in a rush to apparently clear what his own Bureau of Prisons did at the time? Why overstate that? But if you remember Bill Barr, you might remember the Barr letter that misrepresented the actual Mueller report and many other ways.
Oh my God, Mikey, do you remember the Mueller report?
This is going to nail Trump to the wall. He'll never escape now that we have the Mueller report.
I remember listening. I wasn't at a TV. I think I was in the car listening to the news talk about the release of the Mueller report and what was in it. And like,
that was the Russia collusion thing, right?
Yeah, that was the Russia collusion thing, which Mueller said that Trump may have not knowingly colluded with Russia, but he colluded with Russia, and he couldn't prosecute him because you don't prosecute sitting presidents. Mueller said that Trump was a useful idiot.
Remember when? Oh, go ahead.
And that everyone under him was somehow in on it. Like he talked about like the Jared Kushner meeting with the Russians about adoption.
Yeah.
And like all the like what was his name? Papadopoulos.
Yeah.
And like all
that
these
familiar.
His campaign managers and all these people who are like either unregistered foreign agents or like new Russian spies. Like
spies are very popular people. Their charisma is what gets them in and out of situations. It's not their fault, Tim.
Oh my! And then Barr came out with this letter saying Trump has been exonerated. The Mueller report says he didn't do it.
Hey, remember when tenant media was a thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
so
man,
rich. So rich.
boy. That what was that?
Tenant media ended up being this company set up by some wealthy East Bloc European who just really wanted to invest in a lot of conservative content creators to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars per episode.
Oh, is that what Tim Pool got caught up in?
Yes, and Ruben
Yeah.
was taking $145K per episode, and he thought it was legit funding. And he just had to say, a couple of pro-Russia things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so Tim Pool
Couple
is such a
Russian-
fucking Russian hog already. They didn't even ask him to change it. They just asked if they could restream it.
We don't want you to change anything. We just want to put you on a bigger platform.
You're good just the way you are. Don't you move a muscle.
Don't ever change.
Let me get my easel.
The Mueller report, that brings me back, man.
Remember the good old days of the Mueller report?
Remember back in the day, the most obvious cover-up ever covered up.
Hold on. We're going to try this name. Hold on. We can do this. If we focus, we can do this.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it's a silent S. Maybe it's a trick. Hold on. It might be a trick. The S is a trick. It's a trick.
Pseudonimo? Pseudonimo?
Pseudonimo.
Let us know who's closer.
Please give us a phonetic spelling, please.
His second impeachment.
I didn't read that one.
Oh, I didn't read the other one. The most obvious ever covered up, and I'm not going to be gaslit about it so much as being deliberately obscured, and Trump is obviously sweating. Trump is obviously sweating.
Visibly.
Like all this stuff, the takeover of DC is to like, hey guys, let's not talk about Epstein anymore. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fascism that I'm doing instead of Epstein, who I was clearly friends with.
No. The very obvious one was like, DC's crime is way out of control.
Yeah.
Big Balls is over here getting beat to shit by fucking 15-year-old girls. We gotta bring in the National Guard. There might be a fucking Palm Squad walking around kicking over buildings.
He's tried to have it.
Kaiju.
Meanwhile, the DOJ says it will start turning over more Epstein documents to the Congress this week. We're joined by former U.S. Attorney Joyce Vance. Welcome.
Hey, Ari.
Nice to have you. We don't have a lot of detail yet about what Barr said.
Talk about awkward TV moments.
Hey, Ari.
Hey, Ari. And he's like, girls don't talk to me.
She did it wrong. She's like, hi, Ari. Thanks for having me on again. It's so great to be with you. She just fucking immediately served the shit back to him. He's like, oh shit. Damn.
Attorney Joyce Vance, welcome.
Hey, Ari.
Nice to have you. We don't have.
The ball came back to when you're pitching. It's like when you're pitching and they fucking hit that shit directly back at you. Like, serving them hot over there on MSNBC.
Of a lot of detail yet about what Barr said. Not unlike the famous Barr letter, we're getting little political snippets. But let's start with the fact that the committee subpoenaed many people, including Eric Holder and President Clinton. Does it strike you as odd or raising questions that Barr rushed in there and they seem to have a very sort of aligned message strategy about whatever happened in there?
Well, someone had to go first, I suppose, and Barr is certainly a witness with knowledge about the relevant time period in the case. It's, I think, very difficult to figure out why, for instance, Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch were subpoenaed, why Hillary Clinton would have been subpoenaed.
Ooh, we got the phonetic spelling. Here we go. So, pseudonimo.
Thank you. Watch her saying that wrong.
Yeah, right.
feels more like it's about politics than about law. But I agree with you. You know, having Barr first sets the narrative. And the narrative today, based on what we have heard about his testimony, is that Donald Trump did nothing wrong. So yet again, we have Bill Barr standing by his guy, standing up for Donald Trump. And as you point out, during the Mueller investigation, Barr really whitewashed the conclusions of that report in a highly favorable way for Trump when it wasn't warranted.
Yo, why is Bill Barr still fucking carrying water for Donald Trump? Trump fired him.
Right. He doesn't want him to remember that.
Like, Trump fucking hated the guy towards the end and fired him, and Barr publicly hated Trump. Why the fuck is he out there saying, Trump did nothing wrong? I was there, guys.
Bro, because he thought he was going to win again. He's like, I got to get out of the firing range. I got to get out of the way. The self-preservation of the coward is not to be underestimated.
Jesus Christ.
This from Christy real quick. Also in UK news, the council who launched a high court bid to force the closure of the Epping Asylum Accommodation Center have won their case, and the asylum seekers are going to be evicted. And go exactly where?
Right.
That'll really solve your problem by getting rid of where they stay. Now they'll not be okay. Put them on the streets, and then they'll be like, you know what? Too much vagrancy.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I think it's
you gotta get all the homeless off the streets, Mikey. Just get them out of there.
Yeah, they're really pulling a Trump DC, aren't they?
Doesn't matter where they go, I guess. Just get them out of the city.
Just push them into the sea, I guess. Crazy.
Appropriate for us to reserve judgment here until we learn more.
And that Bill Barr's opinion of his former boss is, I think, far less probative, far less essential to a thorough investigation than whether he was part of an effort to minimize the open questions there. And I've been very careful to say we don't know what happened. But the original video that was most dead on view of the door remains missing. So you've got a guy saying, I reviewed the lesser video and I cleared everyone. But if this were a independent, 9/11 style or Warren Commission style review, you'd really want to double check that, because Barr had every reason to want to say that the DOJ didn't do anything really wrong.
So I think that there are two separate issues here. And one is Donald Trump, whether he appears in the Epstein files. Yep. And apparently Barr has said did nothing wrong. But you point out this earlier issue, which I think many people have been unwilling to let go of. The fact that there are missing minutes of video right at the most, I think, significant point in time has led people to have questions about the death of Jeffrey Epstein. Some of the facts involved
wait a minute, pause.
Mathematics,
Isn't the first lady's like little mission or whatever human trafficking? It was like bullying the first time.
Yeah,
yeah.
Now it's human trafficking. Yeah.
Boy, Melania, right here, man. Melania, can you hear Melania? Melania, girl, release the files. Just say I'm Melania Trump. Give me the files, and then release them. and then the human traffickers can be caught because they over here bullshitting. Just do it. It's your duty as the first lady. Release the files. That's what I always said.
In how he allegedly committed suicide have caused people to have more questions. And so, look, Bill Barr saw all the video, heard from all the witnesses, reached the conclusion that he reached. But perhaps more important than that conclusion would be hearing him explain why he believes it's valid, given the problems with missing evidence that can't be accounted for.
Yeah, and here was Comer now. We'll play that. Take a look.
There have to be a lot of documents. So,
Mikey, that's Comer, not Comey.
No, that's Jim Comey.
He'd come, maybe he wouldn't even. Under the impression that they're gathering all these documents, and that's what the subpoena called for. And I think the administration knows this is what Congress wants, Republicans and Democrats. And I think President Trump has said clearly he wants to, release all the documents. So we're going to get the documents.
Is it odd that Comer is echoing Donald Trump's claim he wants to release documents?
I got it. Trump didn't do nothing nasty on the island, but he actively knew about it. And there's going to be something that shows he actively knew about it and didn't report it.
Oh.
That's what it's going to be. It's a he knew and didn't report kind of thing. What did you know and when did you know it?
Well, what if Trump never went to the island, but he aided in the trafficking of the women to the island?
Right.
And that's what he's afraid of. Like they're going to find out that he is like an accomplice to the trafficking.
I think he already admitted to that. No?
Kind of. He said that Jeffrey Epstein stole his employees.
He knew the girl's name.
Yeah.
Why would he know a fucking 14-year-old's name, Tim?
But there's probably
He's Donald Trump. He doesn't know his fucking kids' names.
But there's probably email. He doesn't do email. There's probably text messages or something that allude to the fact that Donald Trump was like, here, have these people, have these women for your island. Best friend Jeffrey Epstein.
Look, we're talking 90s. You know what I mean?
I mean, the 90s up until like 2010.
I'm talking about for the one girl who was 14, who was like an intern to the masseuse. What the fuck is a 14-year-old doing massaging grown-ass men? Are we joking right now?
And
what is going on in that? What the fuck is going on in Mar-a-Lago? Fucking gut that place and see what the fuck is going on.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, also Trump was definitely on the plane, right? He was definitely on the plane.
Yeah.
He's on whatever passenger manifest that there possibly is.
And he's also using Jeffrey's plane after he died.
Right.
They just painted it.
So like, he's really, if he didn't do anything on the island, he possibly visited the island. Like it's possible that he went there and didn't like do anything, but he's still complicit in a lot of crimes. He's still an accomplice to a lot of shit.
Like, how is Ghislaine in jail, even though she got transferred? The people in that jail are pissed.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, we are white collar criminals. Get that nasty bitch the fuck out of here. I can't be seen with this. I'm supposed to be doing 6 months for embezzlement. Nah, dog. I'm fine. Nah. And then they took the puppies away. They can't have their puppy program.
Right.
Like we're the prisoner puppy program because this bitch violates the fucking rules for the program because society has deemed that dogs are not allowed around Ghislaine. We still
like
think
they put
it's safe.
It's like they put fucking what's her name up there? Christine Ohm.
No, not her. Yeah, she's also not allowed in the program.
There's a lot of people in the Trump administration or Trump adjacent who are not allowed around puppies anymore.
RFK.
I wouldn't let RFK near a puppy.
Shar-Pei puppies around JD Vance. Two couch-like.
Documents that he has refused to release. And now they're playing a classic Washington game of saying, well, we'll move them from this building to that building. We'll move them from DOJ to Congress. There are separate real equities questions about how much should be released, as always. But what does it tell you that he's faking it? I don't mean it disrespectfully, but he seems to be faking an investigation where the beginning, middle, and end is repeating Donald Trump is all good.
It feels like some pretty weak sauce, right? The conclusion comes before the evidence is in. And Ari, when I issued a subpoena, I'm not Congress, I was a federal prosecutor, but when I issued a subpoena, I meant for the person receiving it to comply with it in a timely fashion. Here, the Justice Department has had a period of weeks to at least begin compliance. The subpoena's due date is tomorrow. And what we heard from Comer today is, well, maybe the Justice Department will start to turn over documents to us, but it's complicated. Well, that's why you get a little bit of lead time on doing these things, right?
Chrissy says, how could a convicted sex offender who's at the beginning of their sentence considered to be low risk to the public? She should be in a maximum security prison. That's where she was. And then, Trump officials went and visited her and she got moved.
Yeah.
Into and also into Texas, the 5th district. So that Trump appointee over there, keep it going. Comer is the oversight guru maggots deserves. They all are complete dolts. I agree.
For sure. Mikey, you are unfocused. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I forgot to turn it. Let me turn it off. I'll turn
it
off.
I would like to see like the actual testimonies of all these people that are going to go up in front of the oversight committee, especially because they subpoenaed like fucking everyone except Trump. Trump's not going up there. They subpoenaed people who don't even matter, like Eric Holder.
And like, I get it, MAGA. Things aren't working out exactly as it's prescribed on the bottle. But you got to be honest with yourself. This motherfucker is lying. Whether or not he's involved and what level of involvement he is, we don't know yet. But we know he is fucking lying. We know he is obviously doing distractions. He's obviously saying, look over here. Like, why the hell did Putin come here?
Right.
For what? A phone call?
I saw a headline that it could have been an email.
Yes.
Which is so true. That whole fucking Alaska summit was so fucking pointless. Even Fox was like, yeah, I don't know what we're doing here.
It was just glazing. And this, like, you just washing the reputation of Russia.
Yeah.
Or not Russia, Putin. You're washing Putin's reputation. Because as far as Russia's concerned, look, he went into America and they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
All the Russians like, I would have took him out if that was me. And then they're just like weak. So bye Alaska. I'm surprised he didn't say we will give Alaska to Russia, and then Ukraine can also give land. Like, this is appeasement, by the way.
Oh yeah,
like we've seen this before. Just the Rhineland. Just the Rhineland. Is this the right one?
Mikey, I'll be right back. I gotta take care of a dog.
Okay.
Set to increase in the coming days. Several Republican governors announced on Saturday that they will be deploying some of their state's National Guard troops to help Donald Trump's efforts in.
Move that down a little bit. I wish my governor would.
In the nation's capital, Donald Trump's federal takeover of Washington, D.C.'s police force isn't just a test on the limits of his authority. It's a show of force in the name of public safety. Trump is using crime in D.C. and residents' fear as an excuse to deploy the National Guard, the FBI, DHS, and ICE to the city. Explain that to me, why ICE is involved in this. There was a time when Trump had the opportunity to quell a massive crime spree in D.C. when an angry, violent...
That's what I said.
mob descended on the nation's capital to disrupt America's democratic process. Remember that? The so-called law and order president could have sent the...
Now, picture this. Instead of, like 16 regular beat cops with probably bad knees who just have like a Capitol security job, because who the hell would assault their own Capitol? It's not like Washington, D.C. is on like the border with like an opposing army or some shit. This is deep inside the country. Now imagine, if you will, those little steps right there and all the steps around the little campus. During the Black Lives Matter summer, they were 9 deep on the stairs. 9 deep, and a bunch of, got their M4s trained down, just at ease, just standing in their post. doing what they were told to do. Okay. The protest didn't plan on going inside the Capitol. They just went past the Capitol. But they were ready to defend it. Oh. But then when you had a knowing, and this is the other thing that pisses me off about this. They 100% knew that they were going to do this. The way that cybersecurity works in this country, and all of those groups that are there having online chatter about it, live streaming it, making posters and events and all that stuff, dudes going to fucking Home Depot to buy nooses, them on the radio talking about we see guns, that one has a pistol, that one has a rifle, that one has a shotgun, and you still don't send any response. But people who had like a bunch of queer and black folk and libs marched down the street with some signs, and you had 9 steps worth of motherfuckers with rifles. Nothing to secure the election, even though you knew that there was a credible threat. Interesting. Breaking news. Trump has just announced he has ruled out sending troops to Ukraine as part of a security guarantee. Yeah, we knew that one. He needs them to join ICE.
The National Guard in immediately, but he held off. Video released during the January 6th hearing shows Democrats Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer pleading with the Pentagon to send in the National Guard. Troops arrived only hours later. Dozens of police officers were injured. 5 died in the days and weeks that followed. Veteran Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone nearly died defending the Capitol from rioters. He suffered burns, a heart attack, and brain injuries. According to Fanone, the federal takeover, quote, makes no sense. Federal law states that the president can only take control of D.C.'s law enforcement on an emergency basis, and there's no emergency happening on the streets of D.C. right now.
Oh, yeah, the emergency is he needs a goddamn distraction from this Epstein shit. That's the emergency. I emergency need everyone to stop focusing on my train wreck, my goddamn
the aircraft is upside down and burning.
Like, that is the perfect encapsulation of how all of this is going for him. And the Barbra Streisand effect is completely, like, it is in full effect, and it's glorious, and there is nothing he can do about it. He has to be honest. No one is letting this go. Yeah. They certainly can. But, I mean, they're not going to, Mike Johnson's not going to enforce any of that stuff. So you can write it, but he'll just not let you do it because the House of Representatives is a piece of garbage. Ow.
Sure, there's crime, homelessness, and other problems that you see in any city, but the crime rate has actually been steadily falling. Trump's not trying to fight crime. He's trying to assert dominance, end quote. Michael Fanone joins me now. He's a retired D.C. Metropolitan Police officer. He served 20 years in Washington, D.C.'s police department. He helped defend the Capitol on January the 6th. He's also the author of Hold the Line, The Insurrection and One Cop's Battle for America's Soul. Michael, great to have you on the show. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
I think you would agree. All Americans would agree. We certainly don't want to be put on the wrong side of saying crime is bad and we'd like to fight all crime in cities. But there has been a trend in major cities, and particularly in Washington, D.C., toward lower crime. If it wasn't an emergency.
Pseudo says, much of what is presumed his authority is just illegal actions of agencies and institutions. The executive orders aren't even in the Constitution. State prosecutors need to arrest agents who break the law. I got something on that, but I'll wait until Tim comes back.
See, in Donald Trump's first term, it's certainly less of an emergency now.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying there is crime in Washington, D.C., and there is a crime problem in Washington, D.C. And I see the president's response to that. I look at it in 2 parts. But first, I want to remind Americans, I know it's been talked about a lot this week, but it bears repeating, especially from myself. On January 6, 2021, when 15,000 Trump supporters marched on the Capitol, stormed the Capitol, and assaulted law enforcement officers, Donald Trump didn't see fit to call in the National Guard then and sat idly by for hours while officers like myself were being beaten and almost killed. That being said, he now feels as though he should deploy the National Guard. And the issue that I take with that is there is no crime, there's no spike in crime that we're experiencing in Washington, D.C. And even then, what is it exactly that the National Guard will do to quell that other than the optics of this occupying force, which I think most Americans resent. I certainly would resent that if I saw this show of force in my community.
And this whole illusion that he's trying to, we'll play the clip here in a second, but Trump's trying to make it seem like everyone's so happy that that there's just, squads of troops just walking around, literally doing nothing. FBI and DEA and ATF agents with masks and vests just walking around. Oh, they're so happy. They're out there eating dinners. They're loving it. They love it. The fuck?
A lot of DC residents that I've talked to over the past weeks certainly resent seeing this in their community, and it does nothing. Having armored vehicles parked on, the National Mall does nothing except create this illusion of, the idea of fear and an occupying force. Then if you talk about the way that Donald Trump is now deploying.
Tim, this guy, Fanone, is one of the police officers that were there on January 6th.
Okay.
These federal agencies,
talking about this bullshit in DC.
Three-letter agencies, ATF, DEA, FBI. There is a place. I was a federal task force officer. I worked alongside of federal partners as a metropolitan police officer. There is a place for that. That place is not having roving bands of officers in tactical gear aimlessly walking around, Georgetown or downtown Washington, D.C. Again, creating, the optics of an occupying force and fear. The community policing model was born out of this.
Yes.
And it's an imperfect model.
But you're trained for it. You're trying to get, everybody's trying to get better at it, right? It's imperfect, but it's the idea that that's a different role than the National Guard has.
Well, it comes from,
and the National Guard has no idea what the fucking laws are because they've never trained in it.
Yeah, they're not trained in law enforcement. They're soldiers.
There's a difference.
That these agencies are charged with keeping the community safe, and citizens should have a say-so in how they are policed. And so citizens don't want to feel as though they're occupied. They want to be safe, but they don't want to feel like they're being, occupied by an army. And that's what you have now taking over in DC. And it's not an efficient use of those resources. They could be better used. Federal agencies do a few things really, really well. They know how to conduct long-term investigations, and they bring with them federal resources, technology, money that local police departments don't have access to. Yeah. And so that's how these, agents should be used to bolster these, federal tasks.
What decade is that bus from? What the fuck? I thought the fucking Freedom Riders were about to get out of that motherfucker.
that bus looks ancient.
Agents.
It's it's got new lights and everything, but it looks just like the old ass buses they used to have.
I was about to say it looks like it's got like modern features.
It's got the fancy wipers.
Should be used to bolster these, federal task force, not out there walking around harassing citizens and pissing people off who have to, are trying to go about their daily business and see this.
No, it was business. You was right. You ain't got fuck them. Business. They're taking care of business. You right.
The other question I've got is ICE. It feels like this all feels like the National Guard and ICE. It all feels like Donald Trump trying to sort of normalize the idea that his police are in charge, not your police, not the D.C. police that are answerable to the city council of D.C. His police.
They fucking tased a cop in L.A. Fucking racist ass ICE.
Who are answerable to him. There's some bad precedents to that in history.
I agree, and I think it's important. You hit the nail right on the head. ICE is Donald Trump's police department. When the American people think federal agencies, they should separate the FBI, the DEA,
Yes.
the ATF from ICE.
Yes.
The behavior that I have seen displayed by ICE agents over the past, month or so is unjustifiable.
And that's a blue fucking him, blue-haired liberal sexual fucking this guy. Look at him. I mean, he looks like a big lib, clearly as a police officer.
Over the past, month or so is unjustifiable. I'm sure there are some ICE agents that are out there that, are just trying to do their job. But again, I look at it as though, complicity in this, silence is complicity. Quit your job. And that would be my message to everyone in the law enforcement community.
So a lot of ICE agents who were ICE agents before Trump did all of this have quit. And they're finding it very hard to recruit people who aren't like a serious problem.
Man, I've been on TikTok live for 37 hours straight until I get my ICE application taken.
But that's why Kristi Noem opened up the age restrictions, because they're not able to recruit enough people, even with the bonuses and the raised salaries. There's not enough people out there.
And just how much is that bonus, Tim?
It's like $40,000.
Up to 50K, Tim. You can get 50K sign-on bonus. Hey, remember that whole Doge thing?
Yeah.
When they were like, hey, old people, you're just gonna have to die in the winter. All right. This winter, you're all dead. We're just getting rid of the medicine, getting rid of the heat. Because we have to save money. We don't have the money.
We got a Twitch chat. Life's lesson says let the police deal with it. Well, Trump doesn't want that. Trump doesn't.
And they're not even in the right area. They're in fucking Georgetown. You know what I mean, they're hanging out with like the lobbyists. They're like strutting through the lobbyist area. Go to the hood. If you want to help crime, go to the hood.
Did you see the video of like I think they're ICE agents or FBI or whatever, strolling up on some dudes on their porch?
Yes.
And they're like, what are you guys doing out here?
Man, that little weak shit that they came up. Let me find it.
And then and the guys were like, did you get a call or something? Like, what are you doing here? And they're like, well, we're just, making sure that no one's out here drinking or smoking.
He's like, you can't drink?
Yeah.
He's on his own porch. Let me find a video.
It's crazy because the guys are like, obviously they thought they were going to come up on some sort of crimes going on and they didn't. So they're just like, we're just doing a neighborhood check, making sure no one's breaking any laws. Are you guys breaking any laws?
Yeah.
Because, if you're breaking laws, you got to tell us.
Actually, officer, I was about to break a law. I'm so glad you're here. Can I just turn myself in now? Can I just preemptively just do that? Just make it easier. Here we go.
No, I live right here.
Okay, cool.
It's a cigarette.
All right.
How's your man? Did y'all get a call or something right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keep everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal search that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
3.
I didn't hear nothing.
No, I ain't heard of nothing. The fuck?
Anything like that people are putting up. All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together.
Why are you on my fucking stoop, brother? Get off the stoop. Get off my concrete slab. Go.
They're 7 days of going.
They are on our Twitch page.
Follow and subscribe.
Twitch.tv/The Bitten Podcast.
I'm familiar with trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I saw you had a lit cigarette. So I'm over here about the violent crime. What the fuck? Don't go to a cigar bar. Jesus Christ. Let's fucking have SWAT team out there.
He's like, hey, what are you smoking over there? Dude should have been like, pot. Oh, it's legal in DC.
Even if it was weed, like, what are you mad about? Are you smoking opium? Like, what do you fucking want from people?
Attacking people, talking to them, right?
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you.
Yo, I've seen this. So it says I want to see how the door-to-door Daddy Trump Brigade, whatever, go in rural America. I tell this dude to get effed in the most visceral place. Don't come to my house with this nonsense ever. I seen ICE agents or FBI or whatever tried to come up on someone in Texas on a farm, and the dude was like, listen, get the fuck off my property. He's like, we can go if you want to go, or you can get the fuck off my property.
When people are in cities, we have to have this mutual kind of compassion towards each other. Like, you don't get all fussy about people bumping shoulders on the subway or, traffic. You kind of respect the things you did. You're used to being around a lot of other people. Country folk, look, see that property line right there? Out there, you have society. In here is my kingdom. Okay. Where anything I say goes. So I would love for them to go door to door. There you go.
I got it. Oh, let me unmute it. Oh, I remembered, Mikey.
You on goddamn private property. You have no business being here. I understand that it's your property. I get it. But I want you to understand that I have a warrant.
Oh, hold on.
That I'm not making up.
This
and
is
it gives legal right to search.
Where the f is a warrant?
I don't have to show it to you.
That's what the fuck is.
Jesus. And it's got music behind it, but I think whatever. Those guys are bail bondsmen.
Oh, I see.
They're not under any authority at all. They are at risk of dying right now. They are at serious risk of dying right now.
Boys, hang on a second. Listen to your boss. Hang on a second. To your legal paperwork, I don't give a what the that works for. Hang on, goddammit. This is cowboy country. We don't around with that bullshit. That's why I'm saying, like, what are we gonna do? I just want to. So there's two options here. Y'all get the out, and we can all get down. What's up? We're not getting down. I think. Okay, then get the out of my property. Why don't we go and just discuss the best route? Please do. Get the out of my property and listen here. Okay. Hang on. We'll go fair deal. We'll go on the other side of the fence. Hey, listen here. We'll call the. Hang on. I ain't talking to you. He's the boss man. So I'm talking to you right now. I'm gonna put my dogs in check. You put your dogs in check. Them gates are gonna be closed. I better not see anybody in my goddamn property. Because if I do, you can't. Don't make a threat. Don't make a threat. We're on camera. You on goddamn private property. You have no business.
Hey, it ain't no motherfucking threat, brother. I'm describing to you the events that are going to precipitate. Like, I'm going to murk you if you come back over here. You feel me? So we can avoid the murking if you just stay over there. Just stay over there. Figure out whatever you got to figure. You better send a hot air balloon with a note on it. Hedwig from fucking Harry Potter. You better do something. But if you cannot trespass on people's property and expect your safety. You can't have both.
All your life offenses, smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside. So where's out here?
You can't smoke or drink outside on your own porch.
Listen.
Yes, you can.
This is like
this
is straight up like secret police shit. This is like SS fucking fascism 100%.
More recent. This is Clinton.
Oh yeah.
This is the Clinton crime bill. This is exactly what it looked like in the 80s and 90s. This is exactly what they did before. Why change the song if everybody's dancing to it? They already know what to do. Hey, you guys are smoking and drinking in public. Bitch, you in the alley.
This isn't public.
We are not in public. What the fuck? You walk up on my porch talking about some in public. This is why these motherfuckers shouldn't be out here. This is dangerous for them to walk around doing shit when they do not know the law. If you enter someone's curtilage, and the curtilage is like the driveway, the porch, anything attached to the house, Castle Doctrine stands, dog. You can't do that. It doesn't matter if you're a federal agent. It's people not in jail right now because cops wearing all black came through the alley and they look like intruders, got shot. Motherfucker walked away. So it's like you can't trespass in threatening manners and expect to be safe about it. The law doesn't protect you. That's why I don't do that shit. It's not safe.
They're just harassing people on their own fucking steps, though. Like it's their property. It's not like they're out in a park drinking and smoking pot or something. They're at their place
smoking a cigarette.
Right.
I thought I smelled weed. What kind of weed you smoke? It's
always the excuse for fucking searches, though. I smell pot on you.
Pot's legal in most populated areas, so.
Inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that. All right.
So do you want to like confess that you have anything like less than like a whole joint, like maybe like half a joint? You want to just like tell me some stuff?
I only eggs because when you walked up at the moment you walked up, you only had eggs.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand.
These dudes are not rocket scientists. These guys are dumb bullies from fucking high school. These are washouts from every fucking semi-pro football team. These are people who could not stay on a police force because they couldn't fucking wake up on time or stop falling asleep on their cruiser or quit sexually harassing their fucking coworkers. They might be, they're not sending their best. There's any rapists and criminals, and some I assume are good people.
I didn't flash right, so I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding.
Yeah,
but it's just out there fucking questioning people about what they're doing on their property.
You better yell from the curb. You better yell from the curb. Don't trespass on Americans' property. They are very finicky about that. Why do you think no one's been like, you know what, no more guns? Because then the logical conclusion to that thought train is someone's gonna have to go get them. Nah, I'm good. Let them have them. Just try to find another way. Like, it's not going to happen.
Now to that story on the shooting involving immigration agents. Tonight, we're hearing from one of the people inside that vehicle when it happened.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions about what led up to this shooting. Eyewitness News.
Oh, you know what? I'm going out of order. Let me do where's the Trump one? Here, I'll do the Trump one and then I'll come back to this.
I got a question for you. This sounds insane for me even to ask this, but do you think the American media really doesn't even want a peace deal because they've seen they've been so critical of you every step of the way as you lead the charge for peace?
It's an amazing phenomenon. I said that if in the settlement.
This is not 1080p. What the hell? What the hell? Come back. Come back.
You got Moscow, St. Petersburg, and thousands of miles around them. They would say, I made a bad deal. The level of hatred and animosity is incredible. Not with all. I mean, we have great people up here. We also have terrible people up there that I think are told what to say. But, you know, in solving all of these wars.
He's so dumb.
Man, he's been told what to say by Putin.
Wars, they don't even write about it. You know, I saw major wars. I saw wars that.
This is why you can't just lie all the time. Damn. As soon as you got done saying everybody picks on me, you lied again. You're habitual line stepper. You can't stop lying. You can't stop. Everybody can fact check what you're saying. Just tell the truth for one day. You might die. half a day.
Been going on for 31, 35, and 37, and a couple of quicker ones. One that was going to go into a full-blown deal very quickly. You know what the one I'm talking about? It was a big one. But they don't.
He doesn't know the one he's talking about.
What are you talking about? What? Which
What
one?
the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You know that the biggest one I did. You know, there was that one. Yeah, the big one they call it.
Been right about that. No matter what I do,
No one writes about what, bitch. You didn't even say what it is.
What? What is it? Maybe he's talking about India, Pakistan, or Kashmir, or is he talking about something else?
You know which one.
You know which one I'm talking about, guys. The one thing.
One.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
The one I'm talking about.
You remember that thing you got for Christmas? The big thing?
But they don't even write about that. No matter what I do, no matter what, and this is not anything to do with you. It's probably to your advantage in a certain way. But no matter what I do, no matter what deal I make, from my standpoint, you'll come out good. Maybe President Putin will come out good. But they'll say Trump was absolutely horrible.
They'll say Trump was awful.
What is good for Putin when he's invading someone else's country? More of that country?
This has all been pretty good for Putin, right? This whole week, the past 7 days.
Maybe because Putin wore a suit.
It's just it. And I've lived with that for a long time. I've lived with it since just before the first election. I used to get great publicity.
That's not true.
Now I get the worst publicity.
Barbara Walters handed you your boxers in a filmed interview, and that shit was classic. You've recently filed for divorce and bankrupted 16 casinos this afternoon. Why do you think you're on top? Yeah, I used to have great press.
Why do you own a Nazi book?
It's not a Nazi book. It's just like some of his B-sides, some of the really behind the scenes stuff that most people. I mean, I don't have that book.
Anyone's ever gotten in office, but I won in a landslide, so that people understand they're the only ones that count ultimately. But
come on, Elon, tell the truth about you cheating in the election since you're gonna spill beans. He ain't gonna say that one because I think he thinks he's gonna go to jail, which he will. But you should say it anyway.
I've also had great reporters. I've had journalists that are very good, but it's very sad when you do the right thing. As an example, they said because of the fact that Vladimir Putin came to American soil, this was a tremendous defeat for Donald Trump. No.
Yes, it was. You fucking rube.
That he did it. It was a hard thing for him to do, to be honest with you.
It was super easy.
Oh, I'm invading my neighbor. How can I fly in a plane? Oh,
it's not a super chat, but Al Trucker is now a Binclusive member.
I'll read it. Al Trucker celebrates 1 month membership. These mofos are gonna get mowed down by law-abiding armed citizens. And when the fuck will the government grow some balls and show the Epstein? It is not a wise decision to just start trespassing. I mean, even in the suburbs, that's a risky proposition. I don't recommend it. They should not do that policy. I foresee bad things coming.
It was the opposite of what they said, but they said it. Now, if he didn't come, they'd say that was also bad.
My thing's not up.
Maybe
Yeah.
It didn't come. I think maybe it wouldn't even come. You'd save your time. There's no way. And
he's very smart.
It's just a great dishonesty of the press, and I think that's why it's lost its credibility. Its credibility is at an all-time low. We have a thing going on right now in D.C. We went from
Hey, brother, we're eating off of the wake of your bullshit. I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone is more politically engaged and knowledgeable than they've ever been. So what
They
the
don't
fuck
have
are
a
you talking
choice.
Right.
They don't have a choice.
People aren't watching garbage TV like The fucking Apprentice anymore. Fucking loser ass show. That show sucked.
the most unsafe place anywhere to a place that now friends are calling me up, Democrats are calling me up, and they're saying, sir, I want to thank you. My wife and I went out to dinner last night for the first time in 4.
What Democrat called you? You lying.
It was Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie. Yeah, me and my wife got away from the millionaires and the billionaires.
And Washington, D.C. is safe. And you did that in 4 days. I'll tell you, it's safe. I had another friend of mine. He has a son who's a great golfer. He's on tour. And he came in 4th yesterday in the big tournament.
Wait a minute. I think I misheard something.
Of the press. And I think that's why it's lost its credibility. You know,
This audio
its
is
credibility
shit.
is at an all-time low. We have a thing going on right now in D.C. We went from the most unsafe place anywhere to a place that now friends are calling me up, Democrats are calling me up, and they're saying, sir, I want to thank you. My wife and I went out to dinner last night for the first time in 4 years. And Washington, D.C. is safe. And you did that in 4 days. I'll tell you, it's safe. I had another friend of mine. He has a son.
Yo, he's so full of shit. Ain't nobody call you. You lying, boy.
Nobody.
I had,
nobody fucking
even
called.
the fucking friend you have Democrat friends right now in the midst of your fucking fascist takeover. Fucking blow me, dude. Ain't no goddamn way. Who was it then? Fucking Joe. Joe Scarborough.
Who's a great golfer. He's on tour. And he came in 4th yesterday in the big tournament where Scotty Scheffler made the great shot. And he said his son is going to dinner in Washington, D.C. tonight. I said, would you have allowed that to happen a year ago? He said, no way. No way. He said, what you've done is incredible. And I think the people realize
Keeping our elbows up, bud.
The press says he's a
Yeah, the people realize it. They're throwing fucking sandwiches at cops.
all I want.
What a hero. Yeah.
Security for our people. But people that haven't gone out to dinner in Washington, D.C. in 2 years are going out to dinner, and the restaurant.
Is it 2 or 4 years?
Yeah, right. Is it? How many years has it been since people have been able to go to dinner in Washington, D.C.?
He said, shit, when did I? And you can tell because all the restaurants closed because they had no reservations
go there.
for 4 years. That's why they were. But as soon as Trump came in, they made the restaurants. And then now people will go to them because the restaurants are back, apparently. But that leads to the that was leading to this. I got one more.
Now to that story on the shooting involving immigration agents. Tonight, we're hearing from one of the people.
This is what I want to
inside
eat
that
next
vehicle
to.
when it happened.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions about what led up to this shooting. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz is in San Bernardino with the latest.
Martin says he was working with his father-in-law and 18-year-old son-in-law this morning when their vehicle was suddenly surrounded by unmarked cars and masked men.
They hopped out with
Brother, y'all look like carjackers. And if they don't understand that, that's not everybody else's problem.
Well, look at the frame here. This dude has a fucking gun drawn on these people. Like, how do you expect people to react? Coming out, fucking guns drawn, mask on your face, body armor.
Unmarked vehicle.
Yeah.
Unmarked, tented out vehicle. People jump out with masks and guns. Let me just pull over and produce my identification for these kind young men. This is a stick up. What are you talking about?
This is like I saw a video earlier this morning of an ICE vehicle being towed while the ICE was arresting someone, and people were like, "Fuck you, ICE," and like the ICE agents did not know what to do once their car was gone.
Hey, you can't park on the street. You got to be in a designated park spot. You better feed that meter. You didn't put no nickels in that goddamn tactical vest over there. You didn't put no quarters in there. You should have put some quarters in there. A roll of quarters would have saved your whole ass car.
Listen, your car was parked illegally. We had to impound it.
Look, it's a danger to people who are driving, following the rules of the road. You know, the people who deserve to be on the road, the people who know how to follow the rules.
Their pistols already drawn. Then they proceeded to ask us to lower the window and open the doors.
Martin stresses they asked, but masked agents did not identify themselves. They stay in the locked car as agents insist they did not identify themselves.
So,
Martin stresses they asked, but masked.
That little green thing he has in his hand, and this is another thing. I'm weird. I catch things. That is an emergency device that firefighters need to use, and then like if you're trapped in like a car that's being submerged, it's so that you can break your glass and swim away. Or if you're on fire and you gotta, or it's your crunchy stuff. That is for emergencies.
I've seen those.
That is why it was designed, not for carjackings.
Agents did not identify themselves. They stay in the locked car as agents insist they come out. Moments later, they shatter 2 windows.
And it's got like a little thingy like this, and
Yeah.
it's got like a really, really hard metal tip. So you put it against glass and you press it, and even like, you know, a little old lady can shatter her window, even though she might not have the strength to do it.
Yeah, if your car's like sinking into the water or something, or you're trapped near an electrical line that's down or whatever.
And those things usually on the other end, they have kind of like a recessed hook thing with like a blade so that you can cut your seatbelt off.
I've seen those. Those are
an escape from the car.
Those are pretty neat little like inventions for like your car.
Yeah, I think they should honestly just be attached to the steer, or attached to the little guy up there where your seatbelt comes out of. It should just be in that, and then you can just take it off and get yourself out of there. But you know, who needs people to be? I'm sure Volvo will hear this and put it in their next cars.
Once the glasses were shattered, my father-in-law feared for his life from his perspective, and so he I guess the car was already in drive, so he drove the vehicle away from where those agents were at.
3 gunshots can be heard.
Thank God the bullets didn't go through the truck. They just got stuck into the door.
That's a fucking bulletproof truck.
Hey, that's a Silverado, baby. Fuck out me. And what if you would have hit him in the back of the head?
Right. What if you hit the kid? What if you hit the dude? Like, these guys are fucking lawless.
Yes.
The ICE agents. Fucking lawless. They don't have to identify themselves. They're running around just drawing guns on people. They don't have like warrants. They're just checking people to see if they look brown, and if they look brown, they're going to try and arrest you and smash up your property
and shoot at you if you try to get away from us smashing up your property. So this leads me to my next question. This man has damages. To whom do I send my bill? To which agency am I allowed the transparency and the accountability to know who damaged my vehicle, and when do they anticipate the repairs to be completed?
Yeah.
I need to be made whole as a citizen and as a taxpayer.
I would say send all of your bills and invoices to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
And again, when this is all over, this is liability, dude. All of this is liability. There is a reason why we do not act in this manner, because it's wrong. And when the courts finally, after many months and possibly years, they will determine accurately that all of this was wrong and these people need to be made whole.
Yeah.
like we had to pay every time that they do some of these illegal acts. We have to pay. You MAGA are going to have to pay for that. Look, you're paying for that. You're going to pay for that. Everything, all these civil rights violations, all these unlawful detentions, all this shit is going to be litigated, and you are going to be paying for it. Not just me, you. It's going to be that is just tax money wasted. So that's shit that we can't have because we got to fix this door. We got to fucking put a kid in therapy now. We got to fucking get this. If this guy lost his job or something like that, having to deal with all this shit, that they're going to have to get compensated for that. They need to be made whole because that's what the law says.
Right.
If you don't want to believe in the law, that's fine. But then I also need you to just go ahead, sign up with the rest of them, and roll the dice.
But they were aimed at my brother-in-law, who was in the passenger front.
The family sought the help of San Bernardino police, who arrived at their home.
We made a report with them. They told us FBI wasn't going to contact with us.
They say instead it turned into an hours-long standoff with several federal agencies showing up at their home. They say this officer seen pulling out a weapon during the vehicle stop is the same person who fired the gunshots.
He said that
Not surprised.
That those 3 shots were him tapping on the glass. But we have.
That's how those bullet holes got in that truck. But he was tapping on the glass.
Them bullet holes was already there. I just tapped on the glass 3 times. Motherfuckers recorded. Now imagine a yesterdecade when it wasn't recorded.
Bullet
right
inside the vehicle now.
The Department of Homeland Security released a statement saying in part that during a vehicle stop, a subject refused to exit his vehicle and tried to run CB.
Under what authority? I don't know who you are. You haven't said who you are. I don't have to look at your uniform to determine who you are. Name, badge number, organization, and what the fuck do you want? If you're not giving me those 4 things, you are a fucking stranger. And I don't have to fucking talk to you. And they won't. No one is entitled or beholden to this made up magical theory. Like, you are going to get fucked up fucking with people like that. Not from me. I don't leave the house for a very specific reason. Because I don't want to be dealing with y'all punk asses, no way. But you cannot run up on people and put guns in their faces. If that was Texas, boy, you liable to got shot back.
Yeah.
You can't just jump out and burgle people and expect them not want to be burgled. What the fuck?
I mean, let's be honest. If it was fucking New Jersey, you would probably get shot at. Like,
I'm saying, this is not, and these people have been pumped up in their head. Like homeboy said, you need to quit because they are filling your head with some bullshit. They're whatever extra legal powers you think you have right now, everyone else does not know that. And you look like a robber. So you should take, and this is the larger point, Chrissy and everybody else that I've been teasing about. I was going to wait for you to get back. Yes, anyone can purchase replica law enforcement uniform. 2 things. I'm going to get on social media and see if I can get a hold of Lauren Underwood and Tammy Duckworth, my reps. We need legislation. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I'd like it brought to the floor. ICE needs to demask, or they will be treated as vandals, because either they need to unmask or the people need to be allowed to defend themselves, because there are people running around in replicas. There are people getting all the shit that they need on Amazon and eBay and shit like that, and old retired junkyard cop cars, and they're kitting their shit out to look like that. And they've been kidnapping people and getting caught. They are actively faking like they are the police and coming after people. And then you got these guys who claim that they are the real ICE. Well, we don't know the difference. So unless you want to wager it all on us knowing the difference, we need some legislation that either demasks them or they need to buckle up. It needs to be one or the other. Because it shouldn't be this lawless way. But if this is how you want to carry shit out, then the citizens need legal protections for when these motherfuckers fall out of line, because apparently their supervisors are not going to do anything. The people in charge of them are Holman is encouraging this behavior.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like no one's actually in charge of these people. Like, I mean, maybe Christine Ohm, and we all know her record with puppies. So like, it's not, this goes all the way back to Trump's like original campaign, his original fucking modus operandi. If that was Arkansas, the home folks would be eating iceburgers tonight. That's hilarious. When Trump would have like his fucking, the people at his rallies like try to beat up protesters.
Yeah, really fuck them up.
And he said he would pay their legal bills. Like Trump's authoritarianism was apparent from the very start.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to apply it in the first term. He didn't know, he was still controlled by the machine, like the Republican machine at that point. And then this time around, he doesn't need any of those people. He doesn't need handlers. He discovered that the people around him that he wants to keep are like fucking Steve Bannon and what the fuck is his name? Stephen Miller. Yeah. And Russell Vought, like those guys, the people who are like, yeah, Trump, fucking, let's go get them. Let's get the immigrants out of here. Tell women they can't vote, and the country will be ours.
Hey, Tim, haven't heard from the Proud Boys in a while, have you?
No. I mean, they're probably fucking ICE agents at this point.
They're awfully quiet.
Yeah. I saw this joke the other day, and I told my wife she thought it was hilarious. It was the NRA forgets to rise up against tyrannical government. Like you haven't heard from fucking Pierre in a while, have you?
Remember all those First Amendment auditors who like go around and then like they bust these cops and their violations of people's civil rights? Sometimes they sue, sometimes they don't, but mostly they just want to get the bad cops out of there. So I largely agree with what they got going on. How come they don't, set up stings for ICE?
Yeah.
Why don't they have fake ICE pickups? It's almost like there's like all this fascism and tyranny going on, and suddenly the First Amendment auditors are just silent.
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys know exactly what cities they're in, and you're not going there and trying to bait them.
Yeah.
Why? Thought you believed in it.
It's so crazy that all of these, it happens every time that a Democrat becomes president or the Democrats get any kind of power. The Democrats are trying to do tyranny. They're trying to force us into whatever their fucking agenda is. It's exactly what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
The small government Republicans who were like, get government out of my life. I don't want all these government telling me what to do. Government is literally at this point telling you what you can and can't do. Where are the libertarians? Where are the libertarians now?
Hey, where's all the Jill Stein people?
Yeah.
Jill Steiners, are you around? Did you flee the country already? Which is what we knew you were going to do anyway. Elitist fucks. No, I will never apologize to a Jill Stein voter. I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all knew she was trash, and y'all kept fucking trying to be contrarians, and now look where we're at.
You want to talk about people who are Russian assets? Jill Stein.
Come on, man. She's like, well, Butch, you tell him.
Saying he struck 2 officers with his vehicle, and that
right, they lied. That's the other thing, is these motherfuckers have no accountability because nobody knows who they are. They can just sit there and lie in front of a judge, and you'll never know who the motherfucking officer was.
Right.
bullet holes inside the vehicle now.
The Department of Homeland Security released a statement saying in part that during a vehicle stop, a subject refused to exit his vehicle and tried to run CBP officers down, saying he struck 2 officers with his vehicle, and that one officer had to discharge his firearm in self-defense. The video we reviewed does not show the driver trying to run the officers down. The agency did not answer our questions about why the driver was stopped or whether the agents had an administrative or judicial warrant. Community groups are calling for.
So this is an illegal detainment.
Yeah.
Which you cannot do. And I have a right to either A, flee, or B, defend myself. Not everyone is going to flee. The law is not on their side. They are going to cost lives if they do not reverse this policy of just jumping out on people. It's not a good idea. Gun owners know you have a duty to retreat in most states.
Yeah.
Even in stand your ground states, most of the time you still have a duty to retreat and wait for or do your best to invoke law enforcement rather than handle everything yourself. If people are in this panic situation, they are going to get agents hurt doing this. Like, knock the shit off, because once it pops, it's gonna pop. And y'all are going to be in bad shape because it's not a friendly fucking America out here. I mean, it ain't. Our gun crime is not a fucking, like, it's not, what's it, not Saudi Arabia. What's the other country? There's like one other country that has anything close to gun crime like us. And it's, I mean,
yeah, we
have not a good idea.
We said it over and over again. We have more guns than people. There is too much unrestricted gun trafficking. Like the states where the gun laws are have guns trafficked into them from the states where there are no gun laws, or the gun laws are very loose.
Indiana, Wisconsin guns coming into Chicago.
Yeah. Like the guns from the South end up in Connecticut all the time.
Yep.
Zeus, be quiet. No.
Woof. Woof. Let him bark. It's fine.
He's so barky.
He's got a little woof. Your woof ain't shit.
Who's got a better woof, Zero or Zeus?
Zero likes to do those fucking out of nowhere. It's just like the room's totally quiet. You're starting to nod off watching a video. I'm like,
Zeus. I think it's because his like hearing is not so great, so he's trying to like hear himself. Zeus.
He likes the reverb in here. It sounds cool. He's working on his mixtape.
But yeah, back to guns. We have too many guns and not enough regulations, and the culture around guns in America is fucking insane.
Yep. But I'm a survivor. My people are survivors and overcomers and whatever you want to say. Do as the Romans do. Like, I don't care how many people across the pond, I don't care how many people in the States say everyone should disarm. I will disarm as soon as everyone else does. We are already at the Texas, we are already at the Mexican-Texan standoff. It has already started. I'm not lowering shit.
All right. Well,
everyone else can lower their guns first.
Yeah, here's what we'll do. Mine. We'll all put our guns down at the same time.
No, we won't.
And we'll kick them into the center.
Mm-hmm. 3.
I feel like America is like in a constant state of like a Mexican standoff. Correct. Everyone's got a gun pointed at everyone else, and they're all like, "No, you drop yours first."
It's most honestly, it's a saloon. America is a big ass Western town that has a casino for gambling, and that's our economy. And then we got a toothless old wise man to take care of your wounds. He's not very good at it, but he's the best we can afford. And then there's the saloon where everybody just debauches themselves and shoots each other. The end.
Yeah. No. America is a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Clip it.
for accountability.
There's like a lot of impunity, and this might be again one of the cases where we can bring forward to courts and say this is what's happening, right? When you let loose an administration and an agency to just basically create their own rules.
Annabelle Munoz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
No, my Haremai.
Yeah. I have another clip. You good for another one?
Yeah, hold on. I was looking for someone said something that I wanted to agree with, and I can't find it now. So play your clip. I'll star it and talk about it after.
Boy, don't you be coming in here with your out of net.
That's the best part. I like to say that Zeus actually does, like, if you were a person and you said woof, Zeus says woof. He goes woof.
If you throw the ball, Ali.
Ma Loilale, welcome to 3 News.
Dude, I love New Zealand news because check out the native fucking intro.
No, my Haremai, Ma Loilale, welcome to 3 News. Christopher Luxon says Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has, quote, lost the plot. It's a significant toughening of language, and it came in response to ongoing debate around labelling the war in Gaza as a genocide. The conflict has dominated proceedings in Parliament this week, with Green co-leader Chloe Swarbrick suspended for using the word spineless to describe government MPs.
Yo, we're about to see your old friend, and that's why I picked this video, because I'm like,
oh man,
Tim's gonna be like, that fucking guy. That's I imagine I wrote that on a piece of paper and put it in an envelope. I'm gonna see if Tim will say it to this.
Didn't back her sanctions bill. Her suspension prompted Te Pāti Māori co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer to drop the C-bomb, the second time it's been used in the debating chamber this year. Lloyd Burr reports on yet another strange day in Parliament.
I like how they're dropping C-bombs.
A small but loud group of Palestine protesters outside Parliament to support Greens co-leader Chloe Swarbrick.
The basic thing that I was asking of government MPs yesterday was to step forward into their conscience.
But she stepped over the line for
Close.
Jerry Brownlee, who ordered her to leave for calling national
Who the fuck is that?
MPs spineless.
Remember when they did the haka?
Oh, yes.
Then leave the house for the rest of the week.
Happily.
But
Get
she
the
was
fuck
back
out.
in the house today.
I invite.
Yo, what's up with the fucking? Yo, what's that?
Yo, they're doing that because the Brits Parliament has that, right? You guys have a big fucking scepter that you like place in the center of your fucking Parliament.
Nah, man, that's the weapon Sauron had in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that mace just swung and, like 15 people die.
Just flying. Whoosh.
Yo, I need me that mace.
Yo, homeboy got white gloves on and everything.
Man, what kind of enchantments would you have to have on a mace for it to do that?
To sling people?
Yeah, and like D&D.
Ali will give us a good answer, but a mace with cleave would be hilarious.
Oh my god. You would have to give it piercing damage first, right? Because mace does fucking blunt weapon damage.
You have to give it slashing.
You have to give it slashing, and then you can give it cleave.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a mace that can cleave people, hilarious.
To withdraw and apologize for an offensive comment.
Boy, if you don't look like a penguin.
He does look like a penguin. He needs to not look like a penguin.
Chloe Swarbrick to withdraw.
Oh, you know you getting your little penguin ass in the motherfucking screenshot. Come here, sir. Because you, I believe, are not that great of a fellow. So I'll just keep that for my records. Thank you.
Apologize for an offensive comment made in the House yesterday.
So she gotta apologize. She's supposed to go up to the mic and apologize.
To withdraw and apologize for an offensive comment made in the House yesterday.
I won't be doing that, Mr. Speaker.
Then the member will leave the House. No.
It's the nicest way she could have said that.
Sorry, not a point of order at this point. The member refusing to leave the House. I therefore name Chloe Swarbrick. The question is that Chloe Swarbrick, the question is that the Chloe Swarbrick be named. Those in favour will say aye. Aye. The contrary? No. The ayes have it. The member will leave the House.
He's so offended. Always. Always.
What ensued was a fiery debate over whether it was a fair punishment. Swarbrick having a surprising ally in Winston Peters.
I do not think that eviction was warranted. That's my position.
Even though...
Oh, crusty old white dude took her back. The drama unfolds.
He voted in favour of her eviction.
Damn, dude.
Then came this from Te Pāti Māori.
There were many of us that were offended by the word.
A reference to ACT MP Brooke Van Velden's
Oops.
use of this word earlier this year.
References to girl math and
That didn't breach the rules because she was quoting a news article, whereas Swarbrick's spineless targeted the reputation of MPs.
These are all words that have been used by many other political parties time and time again.
Well, now our fifis are all hurdy. We don't like it when the mean lady says we're spineless because we refuse to stand up for human rights.
I do understand a certain amount of like politeness you're supposed to show your fellow representatives. However, when they are being C words,
she can't say C-bomb,
right?
The news was able to say C-bomb and it was able to go on the air. She could have said C-bomb, but she chose to say the word, which is deeply offensive to people. She's offended people. That's the thing about this game. You can't, there is no difference. You can't dictate how someone else is supposed to feel about something. And if you're going to feel some type of way about being called spineless, I'm utterly offended that you would ever say that word in front of me. As a woman, you would say that in front of me. Woman to woman, you would say that in front of me. Everybody can play that game. They can say that about every word that everybody else says too. So genie's out of the bottle, as far as I'm concerned.
As recently as yesterday, the same day that I was ousted of Parliament.
That was Labour's Damien O'Connor, who called Peters utterly gutless.
But I've had enough of that. So you can stand up, withdraw and apologise or leave the House, one of the two.
Booted out, but just for the day. What's the difference between gutless and spineless?
I think you're talking to the difference, but very clearly things are not being applied equally.
There's absolutely no reason to think that he is targeting one person. He said, you're out for the rest of the week. And as he said himself, and she said, I'll go gladly. Now she says she doesn't want to go gladly. She's the author of this.
Despite the scandal around Swarbrick, or possibly because of it, the Prime Minister's language on Gaza ratcheted up a notch today.
Netanyahu has gone way too far. I think he has lost the plot. And I think that...
Oh, nope, you're going to get it.
We will recognize the Prime Minister. So we will name him, and now we will vote on whether the Prime Minister will be removed for saying that Netanyahu has lost the plot, even though Netanyahu is not in charge of our country.
What we're seeing overnight with the attack on Gaza City is utterly unacceptable.
That's a huge call, though.
The jury's in, y'all.
A fellow leader has lost the plot. A fellow world leader has...
I'm telling you what my personal view is. As a human being looking at the situation, that's how I feel about it.
But not good enough for Swarbrick.
Palestinians in Gaza can't eat empty statements. That is not stopping the slaughter. For all of the tough talk, which is finally coming to the fore after 2 years of inaction, the government has yet to put any meaningful substance behind their words.
Swarbrick's choice of words, the reason she'll be working from home for the rest of the week.
So it's not just in your country, whether it's the UK, Canada, or here. It is all over the world that you're seeing the very same actions where people are being prosecuted for not being part of a political party in another country. It's strange days, man. Strange days. Remember when France didn't want to do Iraq and Afghanistan with us, and we got fucking pissed at France and we stopped eating French fries and everyone started calling them fucking freedom fries?
Yeah, we're fucking idiots, but
And then now they're like, what the fuck? Why would we ever go into Iraq and Afghanistan? That is the crazy. There's a great book that I want to buy. Maybe someone can gift it to me. Eventually we will all have been against this. Or someday we will all have been against this.
Is that a book?
Yeah.
I think sounds like I need to read this book.
Yeah, it's about Israel Palestine and the world's reaction to it. Another historical point, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Sorry. When Martin Luther King gave the "I Have a Dream" speech, I think that was 65. I can't remember the year, but that was like right after the Million Man March and all that shit. Millions of people heard it on the radio, and recordings of it went around, and it was transcribed, and people read it, and it was a big deal. And then in 1968, he had another speech about the Poor People's Campaign, and that was the next thing that was coming. And the Poor People's Campaign was mainly, you should check it out. It's one of his shorter ones. I think it's only like 28 minutes or something like that. But yeah, Poor People's Campaign, Martin Luther King, 1968. It'll get you where you need to be. And he talked about how collectively Black folks earned more money than most of Europe. And if we just like stopped arguing over these things, and if the poor whites banded together with us, we could kind of topple this system that's kind of been on top of us and get some fair wages, get organized labor. He was shot and killed 3 days later.
Right.
During the time of Martin Luther King, he had a 33% approval rating. Now, well, the last time they polled him in the 2000s or late 90s,
right,
90%.
Yeah.
When he said it at the time, everyone hated him for saying it. Why are you making a problem? Why are you causing a fuss? Things are not that bad. Well,
some more historical context. This is less about, civil rights and more about just like American politics. But if you go back to 2009, 2010, when they were trying to put through the Affordable Care Act, it was very unpopular politically. And it gave cover for Republicans not to vote out for it at all. And, Barack Obama used all of it's called political capital. It's basically the political goodwill of the people in your party to do things. He used it all to get the Affordable Care Act passed, even though it was deeply unpopular. And it was not the bill that was originally supposed to be written. There was supposed to be a single payer option and more government assistance. It turned into like a it turned into a medical grant program, and it made markets expensive, blah, blah, blah. Now, the Affordable Care Act is so popular that the Republicans can't get rid of it even if they wanted to. Because everybody who got insurance, even though it was expensive, now has insurance under the Affordable Care Act. And even though it's a conservative plan and the Republicans don't like it because they're assholes.
It's true.
It's so popular. It got so popular once people realized what it could do. The
fact that the pre-existing conditions, that the medical companies were kicking people off of their insurance for being pregnant.
Right.
Already had cancer.
Yeah. All of the stuff that people actually kind of the basics of healthcare in this country, like pre-existing conditions, not charging for preemptive care, not charging for your yearly physicals, all that stuff.
No.
The Republicans tried to vote it away like 60 something times since it got passed, and they couldn't do it.
Tim, are you accusing them of being in the pocket of big pharma and the medical companies, they do not have lobbyists on both sides to make sure that this bill doesn't actually do anything, and they can keep flooding their pockets with tax dollars.
I mean, it was the Obama administration's fault for giving up single payer.
Yep.
And for giving up on a government option for healthcare.
Yep.
That was their fault. They let the insurance companies write the bill. However, they did get some good bits in there, and now the Republicans can't get rid of it.
Yeah, not without horrible political downfall.
Yeah. I found the comment that I wanted to talk about. Flump is a narcissist, lacks empathy. He's always entitled and arrogant, and it's not a good combo. The lack of empathy that is being shown through Trump, through his administration, and through these going back to like the ICE stuff,
yep,
is very troubling. And I was thinking about this the other day. I was listening to an episode of the Shody, and it was called, Why the Right Lacks Empathy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about like all the things that Project 2025 has in it, all the things that Trump has done over the last 10 plus years. And I think I need to write a book about it.
Okay. Can we write a book?
Okay, we can write a book.
Written by.
But I think that we need to discuss in a book why they're doing this and what it means for American politics. Because this whole push for a lack of empathy thing is like broad. It's everything. It's every part. If you look at Project 2025, it is about not having empathy for people and getting them out of here.
I think that's a mischaracterization, because you're everyone's the hero of their own story.
Yes.
They think that they're player one, and
Right.
they're fighting the horror. We both know that there's disingenuous real actors behind this movement that are manipulating the minds of these fools to do this shit. But the way that they've manipulated is that they think they're the heroes. They think they're saving everyone. Just like this is a doomsday cult. Like, just like they think we'll get all the Jews into Israel, and that way Jesus will come back. They already sent the cows and everything. Like, they're literally trying to do fucking space zombie rituals to bring about the end times.
Well, I think it's more insidious than that. I think it's like the Elon Musks of the world and the Stephen Millers and the Russell Vaught's who want to treat people like shit. You're right when you say that they think they're the heroes.
Yeah.
Because that is exactly what Elon Musk thinks. He thinks he's the hero of the story, and
thinks
we're
he's
all
Tony-
NPCs.
He thinks he's Tony Stark.
Yeah. And he said it. We're all NPCs. We are a resource for him.
Right.
To do to get to Mars or whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Right.
But he thinks empathy, and he said this directly, is an exploit. He thinks that it's a glitch in the system.
Why would you guys burn my cars?
Until it happens to him. Yeah. Until bad stuff happens to him.
You're burning my dealerships. Why are you burning my cars? You should not burn cars. The car did nothing. It's just a non-violent company.
But when Vaught speaks about federal employees, he speaks the exact same way. He says that they should be afraid. They should be made to be afraid of being in their jobs. We should not have empathy for these people because they're mindless bureaucrats or whatever his bullshit is.
Right. They're stealing your tax money and giving it to trans gopher bowling leagues in South Sudan. But I think there's many problems, and we're kind of doing like the groundwork for it here. So don't steal our book, dicks.
Yeah, this is copyrighted.
Yeah, IP.
This is IP. Don't steal it. We'll get a working title.
I mean, they're not going to be able to beat us anyway. Try if you like. Two most brilliant minds. I I think it's the danger is, I think overall there has been the coarsening of the culture, but not in a way that the religious right thought it was going to be. Like, they became the coarsening agent. Like, whilst trying to uphold their piety and their own self-held religious beliefs, whilst trying to do that, they've also been chemically hijacked by the dopamine of hating other people.
Right.
They cannot resist it. Like, antebellum South had no reason to continue to be racist. They just fucking loved it. They just could not get it. Was their drug, it's their opiate. And if someone can bring you that neurological opiate, they can just keep giving you someone to say, oh, fuck that guy. It's the Schadenfreude effect. It's the whole, they think they are winning every time somebody hurts. And that's the flip that they need switched. And it only the switch only flips for them when something happens to them.
Right. Yeah.
I encourage more things happening to everybody so that they can finally get a little bit muddy with everybody else. And then we can start sorting this shit out. But until they get touched by the magic wand that they're wielding, they ain't gonna stop. It's been shit, 400 years of slavery, and then motherfucking 150 years after that. And they still ain't figured it out.
Yeah. Well, and I think that they would like it to be harder on people who aren't white men. Like that's what they want.
Property owning, non-felon,
I don't even
self-employed
care
white
about
men.
the felon part. They got a felon in the White House.
Oh, they
as
care.
long as you're rich, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, they care. Well, I mean, if you're way up there, then yeah, they don't give a shit. But for the gen pop, oh, this guy's got a felony. Oh, don't let the cops find out you got a felony. Oh boy, we gotta dig down into the fucking carpets of his car. There might be a bomb in there or something. There is this overwhelming fear of people who have committed crimes in a self-admittedly crooked judicial system.
Yeah.
In a system where the DOJ reported in the Ferguson report that Ferguson was subsidizing the entire city on traffic offenses.
Jesus.
It was 60+% of the fucking income from the city was like administrative fees after the towing fees, after the $150 ticket or the $80. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were just literally funding the city on this.
Yeah, right.
The structures and systems are not set up in a way that is conducive to trust in the government, trust in your fellow citizen, or any reliability on whether or not justice is going to be adjudicated fairly.
Yeah.
It has to be uprooted and replaced. Currently, as established, it doesn't even work for its own representatives.
Oh man, Mikey, I just want to say that I had an intrusive thought that I was going to inject into this conversation.
Oh no.
And I'm just
Put it
saying
in the private chat.
Okay.
This just in for progress only. Bruce showed up again at the city meeting last night.
Oh my god.
Yes. I watch those sometime. Thanks, Billy.
But yeah, no, you're right. And I think that there's been the Republicans, the conservatives, the MAGA movement, they played the long game. They played the 40-year con on America, starting with fucking Reagan and going all the way up to Trump. Their plan was to divide us, to wedge issue everyone into oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked.
It's the opiate.
We have been wedge issued into giving women less rights, deporting immigrants at fucking random, to seeing everyone as an outsider, and citizens, to jailing people, to fucking the worst things, all in the service of Nothing to see. Like nothing to see until 6 months ago. It was nothing to see here, guys.
So this, and I think this is another key thing that is important for them to dangle in front of like the MAGA crowd, right? Like here's one of the keys on the jingly key ring is for some reason they're happy that other white people are getting things when their lives are getting demonstrably worse.
Yeah.
As long as it's not blacks winning, as long as it's not the Mexicans, as long as it's not the Asians, the fucking Indians better not be winning. Like, as long as it's a white person winning, they're okay with the game being rigged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even to their own detriment. They will let the game continue as played, and maybe I'll get lucky tomorrow. And that's what I'm like talking about before, like in the saloon like illustration,
Yeah.
like the casino. Like these fools are fools. Like the only reason that like a Patrick Bet David, for example, the only reason he can get rich is if a whole bunch of you decide that you want to get rich too, and you want to join the thing that has you have to sign up and pay a fee, and then you get other people to sign. That is what, like, they think that they will get on like that second or third tier, and then everyone else will be the fools and I will be the smart one.
I think we found a name for a book. Wedged into Oblivion.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
I think we have to go now. Zeus demands it.
Oh no, I just saw your little thing. I'm tempted to even say it.
Listen, 100% a joke, but that was my intrusive thought while you were talking.
Because that's just the thing. They're like, but you don't have to. Tim said something about abundance in the chat. And it's the same thing. They're like, no, we'll be nice to you. We promise. We're the tech lords. We'll watch over you. And it's like, I don't fucking trust you either. Like it doesn't, I shouldn't have to trust either side with the future.
Yeah.
It's not your fucking future to have. It's ours. This is our fucking future. We're trying to grow up and be, like enter our 40s and become like well-meaning members of a society. And the motherfuckers that are in front of us in line are shitting and pissing all over the line.
And the Capitol building.
Nancy Pelosi's office. Fucking talk about fucking gender neutral bathrooms. These motherfuckers are smearing shit, but have a fucking problem with trans people using the bathroom that they choose. Okay.
That's one of the things that they attacked. That was one of the first things that Trump got rid of was DEIA in the government, because it's showing people empathy. It's saying that the government should be representative fully of its people, and we should do things to accommodate certain people if they have disabilities. Everyone forgets that the last letter of DEI is A, and it's accessibility.
Yep.
So if you have a disability, you can still fucking get a job with the government.
Well, if you hire someone DEI, you get money on your tax return.
Oh yes. Your government agency's budget that is taxed.
You get money back on your tax return as a government agency. Oh yeah. Hey, remember this?
Of the fact that Vladimir Putin came to American soil. This was a tremendous defeat for Donald Trump. No, it was really wonderful that he did it. It was a hard thing for him to do, to be honest.
Did I hear empathy?
So they only want empathy when it's in their interest. Like,
the media is so mean to me.
Going back to Elon Musk, remember when Tim Waltz was making fun of Tesla's fucking stock price halving?
He's a really mean guy. He's a really big jerk.
He's a big jerk. Like, he wants empathy for his plight as the world's richest man.
Yes. Like that phrase, this motherfucker has never been punched in the face.
Yeah.
It holds weight. It is a real fucking phenomenon. You are less likely to run around punching motherfuckers if you've ever been clocked a good one. One good punch, like, I will be selective in my violence from now on. Like, there's no faster lesson than to go schmack to the schnoz. I always say.
Well, I think we have a good theme, a good working, a good synopsis, and a good. Wedged into Oblivion is a really good book name, I think.
And we'll be fighting with lightsabers on the cover. I don't know if I want to show it. I've kind of changed my mind about it, but I almost want to do like a Tizzy Ent thing. But at a concert in Pasadena, a woman was brutally assaulted. Brutally knocked her out cold. A dude clearly drunk and or high beat the brakes off of her. So
Jesus.
I'll see.
A woman said,
I'll see. I don't want to. Here, let me get to where I can get to without, because I don't want to trigger people. Domestic violence is a thing, and watching someone get like he ragdolls her essentially. So let me just get like where the seats are.
We're square in the face.
Like geez, all blurry. So they're like a little bit away from the stage, and then I guess a drink spilled on this guy, and they apologize profusely. Half an hour goes by. He comes back just raging and just starts swinging. Now, they're largely KTLA 5's coverage is criticizing the venue and where's security and all this shit. There are dozens, possibly 100 men around him. Beat his ass and then call security to come clean him up. What the fuck is wrong with fucking standers-by? Maybe that's the lesson that everybody needs to fucking learn. You are a participant in life, whether you accept it or not. And for all of these men to watch this drunk motherfucker who they could have pushed over with a fucking, I don't know, 6 pine needles off a tree, he's fucking hammered. Just push him. And he would have fell over and you could have mounted him and everybody called the security. No one did shit. The fucking guy's girlfriend is over here having his fucking hands full and no one is watching. Everyone's just watching and helping. Ladies too. Sorry. Dive. There's thousands of you. Jump on top of him so he stops beating the shit out of this girl in front of you. Put your fucking phone down or whip it at the back of his fucking head. Save her. It should not be so fucking difficult to save somebody in trouble in front of you. She needed y'all. The fuck, man? She needed y'all.
Yeah, like people could have done something. They could have. There's so many people around. Like just from that one shot, there's so many people around that could have done something, and they just sit there and do nothing.
I just won't make it
so
like
30 minutes
or whatever. But trigger warning.
A brutal beating.
So she's already down.
Yeah.
It was hard to move about the aisles, and they're now calling into question the venue's security.
What the fuck they need security for when there's fucking 16,000 people in here?
A brutal beating caught on camera in the middle of the Rufus Du Sol concert. The victim says she was there for a night of fun and electronic music, and suddenly things turned.
Look at all these men back here.
Could have done something.
Little ass boys back here. I don't care if a motherfucker is black, white, Mexican, Pakistani, Indian. It doesn't motherfucking matter. Someone is not about to knock you out and start stomping your motherfucking face right in front of me. I don't give a shit what he did. Stop. Now ain't the time and place for whatever y'all's beef is. The peacekeepers need to step the fuck up. I don't know. Maybe I was a front man for a band and we had mosh pits and shit like that. Everybody took care of each other. This is an assault and no one's coming to her aid.
Yeah.
Violent. She says a fellow concert goer a few rows ahead of her became irate after her friend accidentally spilled his drink. She says they apologized repeatedly, but even so, 30 minutes later, he returned to her section and punched her square in the face, causing her to black out on the ground. Her fiance, she says, also sustained some blows to the head, trying to shield them from the attacker.
No one's coming to a concert to, for that interaction, of course. Everyone's coming to have a good time.
The video now going viral online. Police confirm a report was filed and they're looking for the man in the video.
Man, didn't even call security.
I know you have cameras at the entrance.
Yeah.
I know he came in. He paid for his ticket. His ticket has a serial number. You can match when that serial number was scanned with your footage with his credit card information.
Right.
Stop bullshitting. So now we don't know who he is. He's out in the wind. Tizient has a video, and he's got all of his contact information. If you are in Pasadena and you see this motherfucker, or if you were at the concert and you know this like, I know he didn't go to the concert by himself. So all his friends that went with him, y'all just gonna keep your mouth shut? You gonna let him beat up a girl in front of all these people, and y'all just not gonna say nothing? That's crazy. You know what? Shame! Shame!
You gotta warn somebody when you're gonna do that.
Hell no. You better be vigilant. Ugh. Sickening. What concert was it? It was
A woman says she drove for hours to attend a concert at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, only.
What? I think you just said.
She's okay. She's hoping maybe someone watching this tonight. The victim is bruised.
I can't remember. Hold
They
on.
said it was EDM music, right?
Let me just look it up. Oh, transcripting. Transcripting the script. Yeah. All right. Let me just search concert 10 times. At a concert. Rufus Du Sol. Rufus Du Sol. Yes, Rufus Du Sol is the name of the band. And their smash hit Inner Bloom has 181 million plays. And I've never heard of them. Never heard of them. Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, Allie. Like, I have sisters. You know what I mean? So, like, this shit always pisses me off. Shock is surprisingly paralyzing. I agree. Someone should have stepped in, but at the same time, this does not surprise me. Yeah. I mean, at worst, push that motherfucker down the steps. You
Right,
ain't gotta
yeah.
fight him. Just shove him like fucking sumo style. Get him out of the ring. Fucking when he falls down with his fucking elbow up his pocket, then he'll fucking, once he gets that shit sorted, we can get security or something like that. But I mean, security should have been up there. And they're like, oh, when there's rampant drug use at the concert, which could have contributed to this man's condition. Why y'all always got excuses for white boys? Y'all always got excuses for white boys. Never. Oh, this young gentleman might have been over consuming fentanyl or other party drugs at this okay. Now, if he was Mexican, you'd be like, oh, see, he was from the cartel, high on cocaine, that blue crystal from fucking New Mexico. And you know how, and you already know what they say about us. We don't know how to do no better.
Yeah.
We're just born that way. But what about this guy? I've had a lot of drugs. Some fun drugs. Never went to a concert and beat the shit out of somebody for it.
Right.
Never. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers who do. And if any of my friends did, because I'm a fucking man, I turn their bitch ass into the cops instead of being a bitch myself and hiding them. Who hides somebody like that? Why would you hide a person who does shit like that?
Right.
Why would you harbor them? Ice, go do something. Go do something fucking productive with your fucking day. Since you don't do shit else for anybody, go find them, Ice. Prove that you're worth a fucking dollar that you take. Go do some fucking actual police work. Deport that motherfucker. Send his ass to CCOT. How about that?
Yeah. Put him in a secret prison somewhere.
That's what I'm put him with the alligators. Since you want to put dangerous motherfuckers instead of deporting a 4-year-old with fucking renal cancer, we all vote to keep the cancer kid and he can go.
Yeah.
I just a second. I just went and talked to everybody. Everybody agreed that the little kid can stay and this motherfucker has to go. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Shit, he might beat the shit out of ICE agents. Yeah, go ahead, ICE, hire him. He'll get high as shit and be whooping y'all ass too. If his friends are hiding him, it implies they find his behavior acceptable, which is concerning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she spilled the drink on you. Yep.
All right. Zeus.
Oh, I did have a last story. Okay, I promise this is the last one. I promise.
You're incurring the wrath of Zeus.
I ain't worried about Zeus. Zeus need to be worried about me.
Effective.
We're going to Vegas. Vegas is a hot spot for news.
Hello, everybody. I apologize for the late hour, but I have some major breaking news that I can share with all of you. You may have seen the story that we covered on Breaking Points today of this man, Tom Alexandrovich, the Israeli.
Tom Alexandrovich, never heard of him. Wonder what he's done.
Israeli government official who was arrested in Nevada, who was released and returned to the state of Israel after being charged with luring a child for a sex act. He's an Israeli government official, the head of their cyber division. Well, this is exclusively for our premium subscribers that I'm able to share with you because I literally just got my hands on this information. And it's only because of your support for our journalism that I was able to get this, and I can exclusively report to all of you many of the details surrounding the case. I was able to get my hands on the declaration of arrest from Tom Alexandrovich, which reveals some stunning details. Again, this is exclusive just for our premium subscribers. Nobody else has even heard any.
That was the initial drop, but it came out to everybody in the morning.
This information publicly. It will remain that way until tomorrow, genuinely as a thank you for enabling our journalism here. I'm going to go ahead and share with all of you the primary source document, which is absolutely stunning, that was shared with me by a source which will remain un.
Okay, let's read this. Henderson Police Department in Henderson, Nevada, declaration of arrest. I'll read it on my big screen here. Arrestee's name, Tom piece of shit. Let's see, date and time arrest August 6th at 7:17 p.m. Charges: lure child, minor, or mentally ill person with computer for sex act. The undersigned make the following declaration subject to the penalty of perjury. So this is a real thing. This is not fake. Says I, Mark Hout, am a peace officer of the Henderson PD, Clark County, Nevada. I learned the following acts and circumstances which led me to believe that the above named subject committed or was committing the above offenses at the location of blank, and that the offense approximately occurred at 8/6 at 7 or 5 p.m. So a lot of this is scrubbed.
named.
I'm gonna
Inside of
get
it,
to the
we
bottom a
learn
little bit.
several important things. One of this I'll put just up here on the screen. You can see Tom Alexandrovich, the date and the time of his arrest, which was August 6, 2025. You will see that he was charged with luring a minor using technology. Some of the details, guys, here is that it's a classic kind of undercover sting operation run by the FBI Child Task Force and the Nevada Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. That was a joint operation that they launched on August 6th. What we learn effectively is that an undercover operative began to pose as a 15-year-old girl on 2 different apps. One of them is called Pure, and later on using WhatsApp. What they found is that Tom Alexandrovich engaged in a conversation with what he believed to be a 15-year-old female juvenile and, quote, spoke about sexual contact with that minor. The user then later agreed to meet the decoy at a predetermined location. The sexual contact included, quote, bringing a condom and taking the decoy to Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas.
Sounds like some normal shit, right? Some real normal shit that every normal person does. And the Trump administration let him go. That's the highlight of the story, is that while we're over here trying to take care of sex traffickers, and we're trying to get all these criminals out of here and make sure everybody's safe, whilst we're doing all that, we're also actively letting him leave. We caught him in a sting and they let him go.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
sounds wrong to me. Sounds like if you do something, you should. I mean, what happened to Law and Order? I was promised Law and Order.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
So, a couple of people have reported that like some of the reporting is disappearing on him, and hopefully that made people search more, which is a great marketing strategy. But yeah. We will keep you posted on things like that, because we've had several clips that we've covered, like especially on Fox News, like that Fox News Elon clip. It just disappeared.
Yeah.
It's no longer on their website.
Or that fucking, what was the name of that guy from last week? The Fox News host who
Will Cain.
Yeah, the Will Cain stuff, like that disappeared too.
Yeah, it's just not you can't find the original one anymore. They're like, get the L off the fucking, get it off the playlist.
I remember we were setting up for a show and I found a clip and it just fucking disappeared at the time we did the show.
Right. I got Newport, Rhode Island's AG got arrested, but we'll save that for Thursday. She is Karening very hard.
I'm also hearing from the chat that our super chat feature is broken.
Well, they came for us.
So
after the broadcast, I'm sure we'll get a bunch of yellow things, yellow and red things to click on.
So if your super chats don't go through or whatever, we do appreciate it. Save them for Wednesday or Thursday.
Yerp. Okay, let's get out of here and figure out why they're mad at us and get this over with. Fucking, it's gonna be something dumb too.
It is gonna be dumb.
You're gonna be like, you said that, you know, and then and it's like, no, I actually didn't say that. Like, oh, well, our AI thought it did. Oh, sorry. Here's all your stuff. But
all right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow for the dinner table.
Ooh,
like and subscribe if you're still able to do so.
While you can, quick. The secret of all of it is you don't know.